Okay, so as many of you know, I'm working on a game. I've been like solo developing it. And I've been showing off my progress every now and then on stream. And I did mention the name of the game before, but now I've kind of settled on it. It's going to be called Lost Call. And I have box art for it. That looks blurry. I don't like the scaling on that. Can I change how OBS does scaling? Scale filtering, there we go. Point. I made this little like title card. I think it looks pretty cool. So that's one thing I worked on, but I've also worked on the game quite a bit since last time. So we can take a look at that. Where is this image? I'm trying to get rid of it. Where'd I put it? Okay. I need to wait for it to load. Also, I want to like full screen it maybe. This is not music for the game, by the way. This is just, I'm playing the Chicory soundtrack. So, we have some pretty big things going on here. We have salads now. And we have the UI. We have the little text that'll pop up with the portrait. Someone left out this tasty salad. Eating this could really improve my health. And you'll see my health actually improves. So we now have like the dialogue going on. You can also open these. Nice, there's $5 in here. Surely nobody will miss this. And then I actually get $5. Truly revolutionary game mechanics. But it was kind of hard to get these in. Like, it actually took a long time to get everything looking nice and working properly. And still, these things respawn currently. I need to work on that. I also have to like redesign the UI slightly every time I go to a new color area. I need to like recolor the sprites and stuff. But yeah, a lot more is... The game's a lot more cohesive now. Like, all the colors are in the proper areas. We've got the dialogue boxes working everywhere. You can open these, get some money. And I took a kind of weird path, but... I can show you something else that's working now. That wasn't before. Is I'll actually take damage. The health actually works now, it's not just a placeholder. And if I take too much damage, I will die. And then respawn at the closest loading zone. Also, that enemy just dropped money. They can also drop hearts. Also here now, we have arenas that lock you in. So instead of this guy you can just run past this guy, now you have to fight him. Which is pretty easy, but still. It's nice. Oh, who's this? You there, young one, could you spare a moment to talk to an old dog? Many others used to live here, but after the factory closed down, they left one by one, leaving just me behind. However, I've got nowhere to go, so I tend to my flowers here alone. Thank you for listening to me. It's nice to have someone else to talk to besides Frank. I don't think he listens to a word I say sometimes. What is your name, dear? Oh, I'm Rem. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, dear. Do come back sometime, you hear? This is Elder Dog, as I like to call them. They're kind of going to fulfill the role as kind of like Elder Bug, where they just tell you about stuff. Places you can potentially go to. And look at this! Frank's is functional now. Hey, welcome to Frank's. Feel free to take a look around. You'll find better deals in at least a 5-mile radius. Frank is in the game now, everyone's favorite character. There's some salad, the best you'll ever try. Very healthy as well. Give yours for the low, low price of $20. Frank kind of scams you a bit. But it's okay, because I coded it to only cost $1 currently. So your eyes on that megaphone. You can amplify sound so much it could probably destroy a cracked wall. Give yours for just $50. I already had the megaphone, but that's where we'll get it for the demo. Yes, I'm cheating. And everything reloads, so I can infinitely gain health. I'm gonna fix that, though. But yeah, Frank is in the game now. I'm gonna have for the demo, you're basically gonna, like... There's not a whole lot to get, currently. So it's gonna mainly be, you get some money to buy things from Frank, and you get, like, health upgrades. There's going to be a couple other things I'm going to add in the main game, but currently those are what you can get for the demo. I'm also probably going to make it so you need like several salads to get 1 heart, so I can just put more upgrades everywhere, like piece of heart kind of thing. But for the demo, it's fine to... I think it's fine to just give you extra health immediately. But yeah, a lot of the stuff was... just took a lot of menial work to get working, so I'm happy it's all in here now, like the dialogue and the recolors of all the things. Like you won't see me having the wrong color abilities or anything. You can also pick up these items, which when the demo's actually out, I'm going to have it so that you need to pick this up to use it. Used to be pretty good at writing these, I wonder if I still got it. But currently I just have them, all abilities at the start, just for ease of testing. It's gonna be called Lost Call. Oh shit! I just broke the game. Wait, why did I respawn out here? Wait, why? Okay, something's messed up with the, the respawn. That time it didn't happen. Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know how I, like, bypassed the respawn zone. That's really strange, because that shouldn't be possible. But, okay. Well, I just did it on the left, it didn't happen. Is it because it was the first time I loaded it and it, like, glitched? I don't know, I'll have to look into that. More salad. I'm gonna be so overpowered, I have so many hearts. I don't need this many hearts. But yeah, we got dialogue working, we can like collect money and hearts and stuff, it's cool. That definitely wasn't in the game before. I also got this working. Down here. I have the lizard... the lizard army that attacks you. There's it dropping a heart. Oh shit. You don't want to go into the well early, because you'll get destroyed by the lizards. Ah! You can see I lost almost all my health, even though I had all of that. Heart. Okay, we got the lizards. The lizards. There's a couple more over here. But this doesn't lead anywhere currently. This is going to lead into the sewers, which are going to be like an underground connecting area between several, like the above areas. But I don't think I'm going to have that for the demo. Currently we just have some money down here. This is your reward. $30. The coins look like rupees. Yeah, maybe I should change it. It was supposed to look like a coin, but yeah. Aha! So next things I want to work on, I want to have probably health have a higher chance of dropping if you're at low health. It's currently not set up. Because it is kind of hard to heal once you're at low health. I also want to add some like heal plant things that you can eat. Popcorn plant. Like just some kind of plant you can hit a bunch and then it'll guaranteed give you some hearts. Because healing can be a bit difficult in this. Currently. But I don't think I'm going to give you like a heal button. I think it's going to be more like 2D Zelda-esque healing, where you just find hearts and stuff. Null reference exception. Well, not sure what that's about, but hopefully the game doesn't break. Just rolling up the stairs. Okay, I think I've shown most of this over here already, so I'll just try and like run through it. But there is something that I want to show off after this. Yeah, we got the rafts and the buttons that activate the wind. This has the text now. Someone left a blow dryer just laying here. It'll probably be useful. Should take it with me. And then you can use it to... Whoops. I always forget what the buttons are because I changed them recently. To pilot the boat. This guy now has an animation where it opens its mouth. I don't think I had that last time. Very simple though. Nothing crazy. Oh, the dryer has new graphics. I didn't show that. You can now actually see it instead of me just sticking my arm out. That's new. Don't get on the skateboard. What are you doing? Oh god. Just deflect. Shortcut. This is my speedrun strat where I purposely drown to get back here faster. So yeah, there's now, you can actually see it, and when you walk, you'll walk holding it. So these are all new animations. I'm at 1 health. I'm gonna die somewhere. Currently falling in pits and water doesn't kill you, or doesn't damage you. I'm not sure if I'll change that. I just feel like currently it's too punishing. Okay, let me have health. I want health for this. So first of all, there is a little challenge jumps over here. Damn it. Oh, you want to know the shortcut? This is the shortcut. Oh, my portrait's broken. I'm gonna have to fix that. So something you can do is you can cancel your roll with a attack. Unless you do stuff like that. Where normally you're gonna roll too far. But you can do like a shortened roll. It's also useful against certain enemies. Like these guys. Because if you just roll into them, you're gonna damage yourself by bumping into its face. But you can do like a shortened. If you don't want to do a shortened, you can just roll like up here so you don't roll into them. And then attack down. Kind of deal. But it does, it speeds it up if you know the tech. Anyways, y'all want to see the boss? The boss is in the game now. Let's do it. So this is the boss. It has like 4 attacks. One of them is it shoots the balls at you. This one is it rolls at you. It also has the shock waves from that other enemy, but way more powerful. And then it'll roll to like a random point within the arena before it does stuff. So it's guaranteed to not roll at you if it just does the shockwave, because I realized when it rolls at you and right after the shockwave's still on the screen, and it's really hard to dodge, so I changed that. So when it does this, you're safe for it to not roll at you. But when it does this move, it's like, it might roll straight at you. Like that. You gotta run away. But yeah, I'm pretty good at fighting this just because I've fought it so much testing it. But it's basically just a bigger guy. Bigger version of those little rolly guys. It kind of combines all the mechanics, right? It combines the pulse spot, the rolling at you from the lizards, the projectiles from the water lizards. Oh, and we also got this. So the tower is in here. This is the first cell tower. And I also have this set up. So it goes to like a side view as you're climbing it. And then the background scrolls down. And then when you get to the top, there's going to be like a cutscene kind of thing, which isn't in yet. But you can also see the factory there, you can go to that. The mountain there, you can go to that. Those are areas you go to later. And they're where they would be on the map. So like, if I go straight north from where I am now, I'll find the factory. And if I go kind of west-north, I'll eventually get to the mountain, which is in the snowy area. Or, you know, going to be. It's not in the game yet. But I had this idea for this like climbing thing pretty soon after I was like thinking about this game again. I don't think this has any loads, by the way. I think I'm stuck here. When I came up with this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna start working on this again. I like thought of that tower idea of like just climbing it in the 2D and having like the background. And I was like, that was one of the things that I was like, I need to get that in. 'Cause it's gonna be awesome. Boop a scurry stream thing. It's a custom command. You have to make it yourself. You can do like, you can have light amounts of coding in Nightbot commands. Like that's how the quote works. It has like actual programming. The boop one is just call a random number kind of thing. I made it modified off of some other, like I found some random number code and I just like modified it slightly to be the way I wanted it to. Have like 101% and stuff. Banger track for the factory. The factory, I'm gonna have it, my plan is to have a bunch of like moving platforms and stuff and like conveyors. So like platforms that move around, you have to like jump to them and stuff. I think it's gonna be a really interesting area. Not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with the snow area yet. But I'm sure I'll think of something. There's gonna be like the lower snow area with a bunch of ice. And then there's gonna be the like mountains that you have to climb up. So maybe it'll just be a very vertical area, and then I don't know if I'll have a whole lot of unique mechanics. I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot has been added. I think it's turning out pretty cool. Oh shit, I'm locked in again. There's some, you know, there's some bugs to work out and some things I need to still do. But I feel like I can kind of see the game I'm trying to make in this already. In a much smaller scale, and it's going well. I haven't hit any like really hard roadblocks yet. My main thing is one issue I'm having that I've just been avoiding is the walking through transitions problem. So basically Unity will only keep track of one keyboard input through a load. So if I'm holding right and up here, my up input gets eaten, or my right input gets eaten. And I'm actually holding right now, but it's not letting me move. So I have to let go of right and start moving again. And it's really awkward and dumb. So I have read that apparently you can do like additive scene loads or something, and it prevents that, but I don't know how to use those, so I'm gonna have to try and figure it out. And I've just been avoiding it because like it's still playable like that, but it's annoying, right? You don't want to walk into an area, not be able to move right, and have to let go of right. It's really jank. But you know, that's freaking Unity's fault. People have been complaining about this for like since like 2011, and it's still in freaking Unity. It's not a problem with my script. It's literally a Unity issue. It'll happen whatever you do. It can't be in the way it handles inputs is it drops your inputs when it loads a new scene. Yeah, I'm making this completely by myself. Most of this work was this year. Vast majority. Basically, I had a small little demo that I made in like 2020 or like end of 2019, I think. That was just this area to the left here and like a slight bit more that was like unfinished and like no caves or anything. It was just kind of like this area with some enemies and stuff that I repurposed. I think I had like the scorpion and the slime and stuff. I didn't have the lizards. But this area was mostly the same. I added like the bridge and stuff. And then what happened was the way I was doing it at that point was completely archaic and stupid. I was basically taking a tile, right, an image like this, zeroing it out, and then dragging it into place like this for every tile. So what happened was I frickin' gave up because that sucked. That was fucking terrible. But then after learning to use the tile set thing, which by the way I learned because of the chat dating sim game. That game has actually helped me so much for this because I'm using Yarn for the dialogue and I'm using the tile set thing. And I learned to use both of those through those streams. But yeah, we're doing tile sets now. It's way easier. Do I recommend Unity for pixel art? There's a lot of issues. There's probably better game engines. I just know how to use Unity way more than anything else. But yeah, now I can do shit like this. It's so much easier to like draw stuff. Like you can see how fast I can do some stuff here. I'm fucking up. I can like create walls pretty quickly. It's a lot easier. Like it still takes a while because then I need to like get the collision working and stuff. There is some auto collision with the walls. So if I use like the wall layer, it like auto draws collisions, which work for most things. And it like combines them into one big collider. The tile set thing is amazing, and it also has like animated tiles, so I can have like, I can just draw the water down and it will actually animate on its own. I don't need to add anything else. So yeah, shoutouts to the frickin' tile editor, it's great. I do have to manually place colliders for the holes because the reasoning is if I just add like a hole collider, I can show this off. If I just made it the same size as the whole thing, which is what the auto collider would do, it's like not right at all. Whoops, that's a solid object. And it's not tagged as whole. You can see you fall when you're here, which is not right. The sides aren't that bad. The top and bottom are pretty terrible. So what I do with the holes is I have a separate hole collider for each one. Those are all rocks. And then I space it the way I want it based on the pixels. So that's actually wrong there. That's not exactly where it needs to be. It's close enough. But I always place them like, 4 pixels away from each side. I think it's like 8.5 here. I have like a whole system for it. It takes a while to place colliders though, sometimes. When I do crazy shit like, oh, don't save this actually. I don't want to save all that random crap I placed. Don't save. When you do shit like this, this gets a bit insane. Where's the collider for this? Let me try and find it. This takes a while. So there probably is a better way of doing this, but I don't know what that way is. So this is what I do to myself sometimes. But the result is it works well. Like this is working perfectly fine here. So I made sure of it by placing everything manually. But yeah, it gets a lot of work sometimes. I need to maybe avoid doing shit like this more. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of little platforms you jump between. Honestly, what might be a good option that I'm just thinking of now is doing what I do with the rafts. Where I have like these be colliders, like the actual platforms are colliders. And the hole is just one big rectangle that if you collide with the ground, it like cancels out the water or the hole. The problem with that is it's a little jank. I'm having some jankness with the rafts currently. Like they work okay, but there is some issues sometimes. One main issue I have is, whoops, wrong button. If there's a slight gap like this, you can walk back and forth. Sometimes, and then other times you'll fall through. If it's like a certain distance, sometimes you can walk off of it but not back onto it. How is this letting me walk onto it? This seems way further than it should be working. There we go, it just happened there. So I walked off of it, but I couldn't walk back on. Honestly, I'm surprised this shit lets me walk so far. Another issue I'm having is, or a slight problem, is you can see the water. Sometimes the water looks like you drown in the ground. And I haven't really figured out how to fix that. It's because I'm walking towards the ground, so it thinks I'm there. I actually am touching the water. It's just visually the splash animation is in the wrong spot. And it's kind of been a pain in the ass to try and fix that. Because if I just draw it to my transform, it's like even more wrong. No, if I just set it to the transform, it's even more off. Currently I have it adjusting to where I'm moving. To where I'm like facing. So if I walk into there, it'll like actually look like it's in the water. Otherwise it looks like it's to the left in the ground on its own. So I already have code to try and make it look like it's in the water more, but the problem is it doesn't work in every situation. Because if you're walking towards the ground and you drown, it looks bad. There's another scenario where if you roll, I don't know if I can show this off anywhere here. If I roll and just barely miss the other side where I'm trying to roll to, it also looks like I'm drowning in the ground. Like that, but slightly further. And at the end of the day, it's not breaking anything, right? But I feel like the feedback of the player is going to be like, I drowned in the ground, that's stupid. When that's not really what's happening, but visually it does look like it's what's happening. So I do want to try and fix that. I don't know if I'll get it for the demo, probably not. But it is an annoyance that I have currently. That's the problem though. I'm trying to do math to do it, but I don't know what else to do. Like, currently my math is whatever direction I'm facing, push it that way. Which obviously doesn't work in every scenario, but I don't know what kind of scenario, like what kind of math I can do that will work in every scenario. I actually do have it mostly working for holes. The difference with holes though is that it's one collider. It's a bunch of colliders that are like overlapping. The water needs to all be combined into one collider so that you can actually, when you have the swim ability, you can actually keep swimming without it going like swim, stand, swim, stand, swim, stand, whenever you like move between the different waters. So the water collider is like Where is it? They always have to be this one big combined polygon, which is, you use, to do that you do the, where is it? Composite collider, which combines all of them into one, including like the little holes you have cut out. Yeah, this is another insane collider area, because water is just insane with all these. I'm trying to put like all these islands. What happens is I design these areas without this in mind. I'm like, oh, this would just be cool to like design like this. And then I realize trying to draw the colliders is gonna suck. But it's like, whatever, dude, it looks cool. I wanna have like little islands and stuff. Currently it's like a little floaty. I actually have that, I have a rough idea of it in the game already. I might change it just because it's a little boring, I think. I want the abilities to be cool and like interesting and have like other uses. Because the dryer has multiple uses. It has, you can like melt ice, or you can pilot boats, rafts. The skateboard is just freaking sick. It lets you move super fast and grind rails. And then this destroys walls and like launches you. And then you can combine that with the skateboard to like do a launch skateboard. So those are all like cool in like multiple ways. But the swimming is just kind of, you're just kind of on a floaty. Currently. It's very underwhelming. You can't even do anything on this. I could let you attack on this maybe, that would be cool. Ah! I probably have to do that, because I can't do shit right now. Ah! I'll think of something for that at some point. Like, that's not going to be in the demo, that's going to be a late game enemy, or very late game item, because I want you to use the rafts in early game. Have to use the rafts. Because the rafts are fun. I like them. I mean, you can still use them, but... Oh! I've had this toggled off through all my testing, because it's like, it's not going to be in the demo. I don't need to really work on it currently. But I might make it more interesting in some way. Lizard. Okay, what is my null reference exception in this area? What's going on with that? Oh, I think I know. I don't have the, I don't have the dialogue here. So you can see what I have to do for the dialogue. I have to find the correct one, lake, drag it in, canvas. We're gonna attach this to the camera. Then I gotta do the portrait manager. Add the correct one so that the yarn script can actually access this. Add the portrait object. And then that should be good. So now when I like go over here to this salad, it should not break. And I should no longer have the null reference exception. This is Unity, yes. Yay. Main character's name is Rem. It's mentioned by when I talk to the elder dog. Ow, I thought I killed you. There's also a bit of jankness with these guys. They'll like splash in the water when it looks like they're not even near the water. That looked normal, but sometimes it's weird. Oh, it dropped my up input. There we go. Thanks, Unity. But yeah, I guess that's most of the things I've done. It's kind of been a lot though, I feel like. Boss's health actually working, dying, respawning. Frank's shop. Health upgrades and like a bunch of stuff. The boss, the tower climb. It's been a lot of stuff. So yeah, it really does start to feel like there's just never-ending things I have to work on. I think that's just with any game you make. It gets really like, it feels like you're getting close to reaching a milestone, and then it's like, no, you gotta do like 10 billion other things that you didn't even think about. And that's currently where I'm at, because I'm like, I'm so close to feeling like I can release this little part for the demo. And then I'm like, wait, no, there's like there's an issue going on. Or I need to get like the whole dialogue working and all that. Oh, I wanted to mention this. So someone was saying like, oh, should you use Unity for pixel art? Here's some issues that you can see right off the bat that maybe you're not noticing. First of all, I'm not aligned off the pixel. So you'll see my interaction with other pixels. I'm gonna be not aligned with them. You can see if you look closely. I'm not aligned with these pixels right now. No, this is with the Pixel Perfect camera. It doesn't fix that. It does not fix that. At least I couldn't get it to. You want to see it without the Pixel Perfect camera, I can turn it off. And you'll see how frickin' terrible it looks. Hold on. So yeah, that happens. You can also notice it with the UI. The UI pixels don't line up with the background. At this point, I'm just like, whatever. Like, it's not that big a deal. There's no way I can kind of fix it. The UI pixels are actually not even connected to the other pixels. I have to manually try and size these to look properly. So there actually is very slight differences here with the UI pixels. So like the size of this font and that font and this border and the portrait and the hearts are all separate things that I just tried to size properly. They're not actually guaranteed to be the same size. I just tried to make them look good. But they're all separate things and none of them are exactly the same pixels. So I've been trying my best. I think it looks good, but yeah, that's kind of freaking stupid. Okay, where's the Pixel Perfect camera? I want to show it with it off. Okay, I turned it off. Did I turn it off? It looks the same. The fuck? Usually when I turn this off, everything turns into a mess of like half pixels. Why did nothing change? That's weird. Like usually, you know how like everything does still have a consistent pixel size? It messes that, and like this one will be like half the size of a normal pixel randomly. Like my eye, one eye will be smaller than the other. That's usually what happens when I turn this shit off, but apparently nothing changed. I don't know why. Probably because I'm in the middle of running and it doesn't fix that. No, it's still not doing anything. That's very weird to me. Maybe I just can't tell. That is weird though, what the... Like, it's off. So how is it not being terrible and looking awful? That's what it usually does. Whatever, I don't get it. It's fine, I just wanted to show that. But apparently it makes literally no difference. But yeah, you know, I'm trying to do as many pixel perfect shit as I can. You can see I have pixel perfect camera. I have the assets set up properly, or the pixels. Pixel perfect. It is set up. I think also the canvas. Oh no, the canvas is off because I had to change it because it just wasn't working. This canvas is at 32, but it didn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything. I don't know, I tried so hard to make it actually be pixel by pixel, but it's just gonna have to be the pseudo pixel thing because there's no way I can ever fix it. It's fine, but if you want, like, if you really want to pay attention to detail like that, like, I don't think it's possible in Unity. I think it looks fine. I think I did a good job with what my restrictions were. Yeah, everything's set up properly. It just doesn't really do much. All these are set to 32. Except that one, but I don't have that in yet. Anyways, I guess I don't really have much else I want to show off. I just spent like an hour doing that. But I did get a lot of progress, so I had a lot to show off. So I will get a demo out soon so people can actually play it. Soon TM, I don't know. A month? Within a month, maybe? I feel like I'm probably going to slow down a bit working on this because I've basically been like, whenever I have free time, just work on this like crazy and like have a video on the background or something. I don't know, I've been kind of obsessed with it. Which I think is kind of, it's partially a good thing because I get a lot of work done. But also I'm just like, there's probably some other things I should be doing and I just do this like all day. I think it's just because like, it's something that I actually really want to have like finished, and like my idea for this game is something I really want to make. And a lot of times when I do like dev stuff or something, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a cool idea, but then I start kind of losing steam. This game I'm like, oh, but like what if I get this done now, and that's, once I get this area, that's gonna be so cool, it's gonna like connect up to this other area. And I'm really excited about it. So it's kept my interest longer than most things do. Which is not to say that if I lose interest in something, it's like gone, because I lost interest in this for like 2 years. And then I came back to it, and now it's like so much bigger than it was. So yeah. I'm working on it. It's fun to work on. Me showing you the game has inspired you to make your own game. That's awesome. I hope you make something fun. Hope you have fun making it. And yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to like actually release a game on like Steam or something, like when this is finally done. I think I'm in a kind of lucky position where I can work on this a lot and not need like, you know, like Kickstarter money to survive off of. Because I have like, you know, Twitch and YouTube to make a lot of money on. And then I can just spend my free time doing stuff I really want to do, like this. I don't have to worry about like spending all my time working or whatever and not having time for it. So probably not going to do anything like a Kickstarter. Especially because I'm just solo deving it. If that changes, maybe. But I don't know, this game's so personal to me, I don't know if I could have other people work on it. We will see what happens. I feel like it's very easy to get burnt out when you're, whoops. What did I do? I saved something. I don't think I wanted to save that. Oh shit. No, I think I turned off Pixel Perfect and turned it back on. I think that's all I saved. I'm pretty sure. I think that's all I did. Say bye to Frank one last time. Everyone loves Frank. Frank is gonna be very important, okay? Frank will be an important character. May not seem it currently. But if everything I want to get in the game happens, he'll be pretty important. There's gonna be a whole quest line involving, where are they? There's like tapes, right? And you're gonna find these tapes, and they're gonna have, Frank's gonna have a tape player. So you can bring them to Frank, and then that's how you learn what's on them. And then like he gets involved in that, and it's gonna be a whole thing. But it's not gonna be in the demo. That's gonna be a later thing. Alright, that's my update. I don't know if I'll do another update before the demo's out, because I don't think I have to do a whole lot more. I feel like it's going to be a bunch of little things that just kind of polish it out and add up. And at that point I can just... Maybe I'll do like a demo update where I'm like, okay, here's the update, here's the demo, and then you can also play the demo yourself. Probably something like that. Alright, I think we're going to do marbles for a bit.